How are we the morning after a semi-final for Arsenal in the Champions League against PSG? They're only 1-0 down. Okay, it wasn't their best performance, but the story of the morning is how quiet the Emirates was.
Because it's incredible that how can you just not create an atmosphere for your players? I've seen Odegaard, I've seen Raya, I've seen Martinelli a few times as well. Arteta. It was like they were begging, please, can you sing? Sing! Give us something, help!
By the way, Hallie says, I believe it was a library because of all the tourist fans entered the ballot and prevented the mainstays from getting tickets.
Oh.
Somebody said that, by the way, on the sports bar last night. We need to check that out. Maybe that's why it was so quiet.
Blame the tourist. Blame the tourist.
Morning to Jonathan. He says, are we not going to talk about the Arsenal deserve to lose because of the pathetic flag attempt before kick-off?
The tifo was embarrassing.
Yeah, you said it looked like your daughter's art project.
It looked like something my 7-year-old had done at school for a project. Do you know what I mean? And the parents have helped. Shebahn, it was embarrassing. You've got to cover a lot more of that lower tier, not just a little bit. It was horrendous. It summed up the night for Arsenal.
It was
tifo.
off. It was off, and I'm glad at full time when Wayne Rooney said it there and then on punditry. I'm disappointed with the fans. Somebody who'll be looking for to defend the fans maybe this morning. I don't know if you can. Joe Beya, morning, buddy. How are you?
Good morning, Joel.
I'm doing great, thank you very much. But I want to know, since when have we all become anti-Arsenal?
Have you got your boots on, Joel? I see your boots are on there, mate.
Yeah, nah, they're in my bag. Gabby,
did you not wear them last night, Joel?
Gabby, what do you know about getting...
Did you not wear your boots last night, Joel?
No, I didn't. I didn't need to, mate. I was supporting like a real fan.
I couldn't hear.
What do you mean you couldn't hear me? You saw me. You was on my Instagram.
You were so excited walking past the PSG fans like you'd never seen fans sing before.
No. It's the hype of the semi-final of the Champions League. You wouldn't know about that, Gabby.
Don't worry about us. We got to a quarter. We've won the competition before. Do you know what I mean? Your big day out. The fans are quiet, eating your prawn sandwiches. Do you know what I mean?
Gabby, you weren't alive when your team won the Champions League.
It doesn't matter, my friend.
Yeah,
poor performance on the pitch. Poor performance off the pitch from the Arsenal fans.
I have to say it was a slow performance, but we actually got into it. Now, even if you look at the stats, Gabby, like, come on, you know, we had 10 shots, 5 on target. We just weren't clinical in front of goal.
Joel, I agree with you. I don't think it was the worst Arsenal performance.
Yeah.
We know where they're lacking. It wasn't the worst performance from Arsenal, but I think that's the thing. Do you not think it was a wee bit quieter? Were you there? Can you defend the atmosphere?
No, listen, I'm not going to sit here and lie. It wasn't as lively, and I think when a team scores 4 minutes in, it kind of like sucked the wind out of a lot of us, you know, if I'm honest with you. But at the same time, what's that, Gabby?
You've got to go again.
You have to go again. It is right what Mikel Arteta said. It is half time. So we can't listen to the media, traditional media such as you guys.
Aren't you the media?
Catching us and getting on to us.
Joel, aren't you the media?
Well, digital media.
Oh,
with a bit more
media.
sense than you. What do...
Stop biting, mate. Listen.
Joel, don't do it. He's at you, Joel.
Listen, he's been waiting for this since I asked for my written apology. That's what this is all about.
Do you know what though, Joel? Jokes aside though, I felt that Arsenal had chances. Donnarumma was outstanding, especially for the Trossard chance, Martinelli's chance. Get Thomas Partey back in there for the second leg. Anything can happen. Declan Rice further forward. The tie's not over. It's 1-0.
It's definitely not over. No. So, you know, we literally have to like stop feeling sorry for ourselves if we are. You're 100%. I said it to you last time, you know, like Thomas Partey not being there is a massive miss because, you know, like you said, Declan Rice gets to play further.
Yes.
Mikel Merino gets to affect more up top, which I do think Trossard did really well, to be honest. He worked hard, but, you know, once you get into those chances, those you know, spaces, you have to finish. Martinelli not scoring his chance yesterday, you know, could have been the difference as well. So we just have to remember that in Paris, you know, they say, ici c'est Paris. We have to make sure we go there and we finish our
For 20 minutes, Joel, in the first half, the last 20, you were getting in their faces like Villa did second half at Villa Park. And if you give them less respect, that's how you have to play against PSG. And when you've done that, you match them.
No, 100% you're right. But I'll tell you what they did very well, where I have to give them credit. They absolutely made sure that they defended as a unit.
Yes. Yeah.
Baka had no sniffs really. If you think about it, the way they did it, they had Mendes left back. They covered it with Fabian Ruiz as well. So if he tried to go down the line, locked it off straight away. He had to come back inside every single time. And then on top of that, they had Pacho on top of him as well. Marquinhos having a really good game. You got Hakimi, who, come on, when you look at their win.
Sometimes, Joel, you played against a top side. They've done it to City. They've done it to Liverpool. They've done it to Villa. They're a top team, so it's going to be difficult to get through, but you're still in a tie.
Like I said to you last time, and I'll say the same thing to you, Shabs, as well, because I heard you call us a library in the beginning.
Oh, mate, I'll say it again. Library.
What we have to do, we're in this position for a reason. If you're going to give up, then you might as well just go home now. You're in the semi-final of the Champions League because you're good enough, and you're going to come up against bumps, but you just have to get over it and do your job, man. It's fine.
It could be one of those ideal situations for Arsenal to be in. Do you know what I mean? It could bring out the best of their performance. Like you say, Partey's going to be back in there. Declan Rice is going to be playing in his preferred position. They know what they have to do, and I actually think it's a shame that they've let go of this the home advantage, because last week, Joe, for example, with the quarterfinals in Real Madrid, everyone was talking about the Emirates was bouncing. So when people do say, they only celebrate when they're winning, you need to be more than that. It's a Champions League night. You shouldn't need to get yourself any more G'd up. And then Mikel Arteta doing this rally cry on social media before the game, bring your boots. They made it all about needing the atmosphere, and then it was so flat. So maybe they've put themselves in the position now where they just know what they need to do.
Yeah.
You know what, Shabs? I'll be honest with you. I think the media, such as you guys, are going to help us to the second leg, because we're listening to all of this. We are, and we've heard what Wayne Rooney said, so we have to go there, if I'm honest with you, and we have to show that was a blip. We have to go out there and do what we did at the Bernabeu. We won away, by the way, and I still think that win can change the trajectory of our football club, but we just have to go there and show up.
Joel, but you can't underestimate how big it is to get Declan Rice further forward. That run he made for the Trossard chance, they couldn't stop him. He was flying through that middle at speed, at pace, and then creates a chance for Trossard, who should have scored. So get him up and further up against that PSG midfield, who aren't great when you get at them, by the way, getting the ball back. So Arsenal got every chance, mate.
Say that yesterday they looked good, when they were getting that ball back. In midfield, like Vitina controlling it, João Neves, 20 years old, really?
I know.
Absolutely fantastic. But you're right, having Thomas Partey there, who is technically sound as well, does free him up. And for me, we're able to see Marino go up top, and then it means that if Trossard comes off the bench, he can make the impact that he usually does when legs are tired. Look, still a lot to play for, man.
Yeah.
So,
just sing though, man. Let's just tell you fans to sing.
We're singing, Gabby, stop
man.
it.
Joe, give us a big North London forever before
Joel,
you go.
Sing.
Go on, Joe.
You don't deserve it.
Sing.
North London forever. You know what? Wait, furthermore, Gabby, you're out here laughing at us, mate, right? Shout out to my mate Joseph. He was saying you lot might not even make it into the Champions League. You're going to be singing, whoa, 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 whoa. That's what you lot are going to be singing. Yeah?
Joe,
No comment, Joel.
Lovely stuff, Joe. Thanks for coming on. Listen, don't nibble too much next time. We'll speak to you next week.
Just sing.
Thanks for being here, Joe.
Have a good one. Bye.
Walking home in the boots, Joe. We love you. Take care. Thanks very much for coming on. By the way, those comments from Wayne Rooney, we mentioned them earlier on at full time. He was on punditry last night. He said the players need help. I thought the fans here against Madrid was the best. I'd heard it. They gave a massive amount of energy, but tonight they didn't give that same energy. It can be the difference.
Just facts.
Yeah.
It is what it is. They weren't at it on the pitch as much as they should have, and off the pitch they were silent.
Yeah, no, it was weird. It was weird actually. 03717 223344 is the number to call the show this morning. The phone lines are open. Arsenal fans, defend yourself here. Why was it so quiet last night, or was it actually not that bad? Did the players freeze, and what do you need to do going away for the second leg? We want to hear from you. 81089 03717 223344. talkSPORT Breakfast is 7:15.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.